In the fading glow of the evening sun, the world seemed to hold its breath, far beyond the quiet borders of the northern kingdoms. A great storm was forming, one not of nature, but of blood, steel, and destiny. Stories whispered across taverns spoke of a ruthless new witcher rising from the ashes of his past. Some claimed he had become merciless, others said he had accepted darkness as a weapon. But all agreed on one thing: he was the realm's last hope against the undefeatable Puri Army. This witcher, known only as the Lone Fang, had fought monsters, sorcerers, and even cursed spirits for years. Yet nothing compared to the threat now marching toward innocent villages, the Puri Sena, an army known for their brutality, led by a warlord whose ambitions stretched beyond kingdoms and into legends. Their goal was simple: conquer everything in their path and leave behind a world trembling beneath their boots. Part 6 of the Witcher's journey began with smoke drifting over a devastated settlement. The Witcher walked through what remained broken carts, burned houses, and shattered shields. There were no cries for help, only silence and the crunch of charred wood under his boots. A surviving villager staggered out from behind a fallen wall, coughing blood. They came at dawn, he whispered. The Puri Sena, thousands of them. You cannot defeat them. No one can. The Witcher knelt beside him, examining the deep wounds. Who led them? He asked calmly. General Darvak, the man breathed weakly. He seeks to control the Witcher's path, to end all who stand in his way. Before the Witcher could speak again, the villager's final breath escaped. The world fell silent once more. The Witcher stood, eyes glowing faintly as emotions flickered behind them: anger, sorrow, and an unsettling calmness. Many believed he had grown merciless over time, perhaps too ruthless for the world he protected. But the Witcher knew the truth: mercy had no place. Against monsters wearing human faces, he tightened his grip on his silver sword. Let the Puri Sena come, he muttered. As the moon ascended, the Witcher traveled toward the Valley of Skulls, the only path leading to the Puri Army's encampment. Along the way, he encountered creatures stirred awake by the chaos ghouls feasting on bodies left behind. Shadow wraiths floating among ruins, even a cursed beast that towered 3 times his height. One by one, he cut through them effortlessly, but every battle drained him. His armor cracked, potions were running low, and his strength was waning. Despite this, he pressed on. The world had suffered enough. By dawn, the Witcher stood on a cliff overlooking the valley. Below him, an ocean of soldiers stretched endlessly, thousands of armored warriors bearing the Puri insignia. Their weapons glistened like a field of stars. The sight would break the spirit of any ordinary man, but the Witcher was not ordinary. He took a deep breath, uncorked a vial of black potion, and drank. His veins burned, his heartbeat raced, and his senses sharpened to superhuman focus. This potion, forbidden among witchers, unlocked a brutal layer of strength, but at a terrible cost. His voice turned cold as steel. Time to finish this. The battle begins. The Witcher descended into the valley with the fury of a storm. Before soldiers could raise alarms, he had already cut through the first ranks. His attacks were swift, too fast for the eye to follow. Steel flashed. Bodies fell. Blood stained the sand beneath his boots. Shouts erupted. Trumpets roared across the encampment. Witcher on the field. Form ranks. The Puri soldiers swarmed him like a tidal wave. Arrows darkened the sky. Spears thrust forward. But the Witcher moved with deadly precision, using every ounce of brutal strength the potion granted him. He spun, slashed, dodged, and cast magical signs that sent soldiers flying across the battlefield. Still, they kept coming. One soldier shouted, "He's just one man." Overpower him. The Witcher grinned darkly. Try. He unleashed a fiery blast with the Igni sign, consuming dozens in flames. The earth shook as he slammed the art sign into the ground, sending shockwaves through their front lines. Even then, the Puri Sena filled the spaces faster than he could kill them. Hours passed. The battlefield grew muddy from blood and ash. The Witcher's breathing became heavier. Sweat mixed with dust. His wounds multiplied. Yet the fire in his eyes remained unbroken. A deep horn echoed through the valley. The crowd of soldiers parted like a river as General Darvok stepped forward. His armor was plated with spikes, his blade colossal, and his presence radiated authority and malice. "So the merciless Witcher finally arrives," Darvok's voice boomed. "You fight like a demon, but you bleed like a man." The Witcher wiped blood from his mouth. "Enough talk?" Darvok charged, swinging his massive weapon. The ground cracked beneath each strike. The Witcher countered, dodging and parrying, but Darvok's strength was overwhelming. Each clash of steel sent vibrations through the valley. "You cannot win." Darvok roared. "You're right," the Witcher replied, activating the last of his magical energy. "But I don't need to win. I just need to end you." He thrust his blade deep into the ground, releasing a massive explosion of energy, a forbidden Witcher technique. The shockwave tore through the valley, hurling soldiers and shattering shields. Darvok stumbled, weakened. The Witcher leapt forward and delivered the final strike. The general fell. The Puri Senna froze. Their leader was dead. Slowly, one by one, soldiers dropped their weapons and knelt. The Witcher stood victorious, though barely standing, with the dawn breaking once more. The Witcher gazed across the quiet battlefield. He had saved thousands of innocent lives, but at the cost of his own humanity. The Forbidden Potion's effects were irreversible. His eyes had changed, his heartbeat unnatural. He walked away from the valley, knowing the world would never see him the same way again. But legends are not forged in peace, they are forged in fire, and the Witcher had become a legend.